Hey everybody, this is your homegirl Minty coming back to you for pandemic cooking. And so today we're going to do quesadillas. So we're going to make our corn tortillas and then we'll get out the grill and then we're going to make beans and cheese quesadillas. So let's get started on the corn tortillas. So this particular recipe calls for corn mesa flour and some water, and that's all it is. The recipe is right off the bag of the corn flour, so it's not anything I came up with. So you're gonna put 2 cups of the corn flour into a bowl, followed by 1.5 cups of water. So let me move these things out of the way because I gotta get my hands in this. So I'm just gonna mix it this way first. And then I'm gonna get my hands involved because this particular recipe calls for you to mix things up so that the flour moves around the bowl. So here I go. I'm gonna dive right on in right now. I've been looking forward to this part of it. All right, here we go. Now, if it feels too dry, you can add a little bit of water. If it feels too moist, you can add a little bit of the corn flour. So that's the main reason why you got to get your hands up in here, so you can tell if you need to add anything to your mixture. And right now, mine is feeling pretty good. You know it is when you can squeeze it together. It's kind of like Play-Doh. It just all kind of comes together. That's what I like. Alrighty. So I'm gathering all of the flours, making this nice dough ball, which is what I'm looking for. Alright. So I have pretty much gotten all the flour in this ball. Okay, so this is what it's looking like. It's looking just kind of like that, right? But I'm not through. Not through at all. So I'm gonna mix it again till I literally got everything out of this bowl. And so there you go. So see, pretty much got everything out the bowl. Now I'm gonna go back to my work surface, create some space for myself. Let me move this out the way. All right, so there's my dough ball. Now, it depends on how many people you're feeding, but you could probably divide this dough into about 19 sections. So I'm not gonna cook all of it today, but I just wanted you to see what your ball would look like. So I showed on the video, this is called a dough cutter, stainless steel, and I bought it at Bed Bath & Beyond. You can get it any place. There's some online. You can go to Amazon and get you one. So here it is. I'm not going to divide my dough. Look how nice that cuts. That's the reason why I like it. Okay. And I'm going to, as I said, I'm not going to use all of it, but just for the sake of demonstration, I'm going to cut this one into 3 pieces. Okay. So we're going to put this one right here. More. 1, 2. Because for each quesadilla, you have to have 2 tortillas. And so I plan to give my husband and 2 of my sons the quesadillas I'm making today. So I have to have at least 9, but as you can see, I got more than that. I just wanted you to see how you're going to cut the dough, right? And so you make them into little balls, kind of looks like that. See, look how nice they stay together. Okay. And I just stick it on my hands. That's another indicator that you have just the right consistency and the right amount of flour to water. Okay. So as I said, I have to do 9 balls because I'm making 3 quesadillas. Get in there. And of course, you don't have to make tortillas. You can buy them in the store, but they're just so easy to make. It's just 2 ingredients: the corn, flour, and water. So once I started making my own, it was no turning back. This works for me.
Okay, I'm probably gonna cut this.
So 2, 4, 6, 8, and 1 more, and I have 9. So the rest of these, I'm just going to put these in the bowl for now because I'm not going to do anything with them in the video. I just wanted you to see how I segmented it and cut it for what I was needing. Now, I am so excited to introduce my new gadget. This is called a tortilla press. Look at this, isn't it great? And this is how you get the nice flat tortillas. So here I have my tortilla press, and the way this works is I have 2 pieces of Ziploc plastic, and I put one on the surface of the press. I put a ball of the dough, and then the next piece of plastic goes on top. Now this is a cast iron tortilla press, and so it has weight to it, and as you can see, it's slowly weighing down. I'm going to help it. Okay, nice. And then I take the handle and I press down. Just press it down, and then I check it out to see if it's the thinness that I want. And as you can see, this is a nice little circle, but it's not as thin as I would like. So I'm going to bring the tortilla press lid down. I'm going to press it again. Go places. And then raise it up. Look how much bigger the tortilla is now. And so I take off the top layer of the Ziploc, and then here's the bottom, and look at what we got. Look how nice and round that is. So I'm just gonna put them on the plate. So I'm gonna do all 9 of these. Now, if you do not have a tortilla press, there's a couple of ways that you can flatten out your tortillas. You can use a rolling pin. Again, use 2 pieces of the Ziploc bag, and you roll out your tortilla. If you don't have a rolling pin, if you have a pie pan, then you place your pie pan on top of the dough, and you press down and you move in a circular fashion till you get the size and the thickness that you want for your tortilla. So I'm going to finish these 8 that I have. Well, I should say I have 7, 8, 9. So I have a few more to go, and then we'll come back and start. The tortilla is done, and I am going to make this a quesadilla. So I'm going to put a little bit of the bean mixture on here. Just kind of spread it out a little bit. And I didn't put any spices in the beans. I'm just going with the beans straight out the can. And a lot of times I'll have like a little salsa on the side. I shredded up my cheese. I just prefer shredding my own cheese, but you can buy it. This is just one of those little things I like to do. So I'm going to put the other tortilla on top. And I'm going to watch the cheese carefully as it's melting. And that's going to let me know when it's time for me to flip it. And so it's kind of like, in my estimation, it's kind of like a grilled cheese sandwich almost, but not as thick. So you're watching the cheese and you can see that the cheese is melting. And now you can also press. And that will also help you to see what's happening on the inside. Alright, so I've already cooked some of the quesadillas and I still have some more tortillas that I'm cooking. And as I was sharing with you, I flip them every 30 seconds for about 3 times until I get the consistency or the color that I'm going for. And once I'm there, I'm going to take them out and put them in this tortilla warmer so they can stay warm while the other tortillas are cooking. I cooked some already and I wanted you to see what they look like. They're homemade, and so the color is not going to be like the color that you have in the store because we don't have all those preservatives in our food. And we're using white corn and not yellow corn, so that's why they're the color that they are. Look at that, it's getting darker. So here's a couple little things that I want you to know when you make your tortillas. When you make a ball, you kind of want the ball to be the size of a tennis ball. So go for that size. And also, if you find out that your tortilla starts to crack on you, not a problem. Still very moist. Make another ball and press it out again and go and cook it. So don't discard, don't throw anything away. Just reshape your tortilla, press it out again, and then come and cook it. So this one's almost ready. Got another 30 seconds with it. I'm going to put in the tortilla holder, and then we're going to see what we got. So I have, as I said, some that were already made. They were a little bit cooled down, so I can taste it and see what it's like. So I know you're ready. You want me to tell you how it's coming along. So let me just get this particular tortilla off the grill. Make sure and look at it. It's a little thicker than the ones I made before, so I may give this one just a little bit more time on this grill. So don't be afraid of that. I'm just giving you a ballpark in terms of how much time for your tortilla to cook. You will know based on the color that the tortilla is ready. So again, this is white corn flour, so it's not going to turn yellow. It's still going to look white, but it's going to darken as we cook. And the temperature that I had my grill on is medium hot. So it wasn't at the highest tempo that the grill could reach. It was at medium high. So let me put this in the tortilla warmer. Let it stay there. And I still got more cooking to do, y'all, but I'm going to stop right now because I want you to know how these turned out. So I'm going to just take a little bit, dip it in some salsa. Again, it tastes delicious, easy to make. You know exactly what's in it, and you know it's all good. So it should make you feel real good about the time that you spent making these tortillas. So thank you so much for joining me yet again for another episode of Pandemic Cooking. I look forward to being with you again next time. Thank you. Eat your quesadillas with love.